Hello everyone. So today's Wednesday, April 22nd. I just wanted to quickly go over the percent review that you were assigned on Monday and Tuesday, so that way you understand what you have to do for each question. So for question number 1, in June, Ryan earned $20 mowing lawns. He made $35 mowing lawns in July. What is the percent increase in his earnings? So whenever you want to find percent of change, you have to find out, well, how much more or how much less did the amount change by. So I need to take 35 and 20 and subtract them to find my part. Your part always has to be the amount of change. So 15 would be my part, which is what I have here. Your whole has to be the original amount. So my original amount is 20 because June comes before July. So 20 is my whole. And then I'm trying to find my percent, which is X. So now I have to apply it to my percent equation. Part equals whole times percent. And I have to substitute in. So my part is 15. My whole is 20. My percent is X. Since X is being multiplied by 20, I'm going to divide both sides by 20. So 15 divided by 20 would be 0.75. But remember, when you're solving for a percent, your answer always comes out as a decimal first. You have to multiply it by 100 to get the percent. So my percent change would be 75%. Question number 2. Gracie's bill at a restaurant is $15. Sales tax is 6% and she plans to leave a 20% tip. What is the total amount of money she'll pay, including tax and tip? So I need to find both tax and tip before I can get my total. Tax and tip are both paid on the original amount, which is $15. So I'm going to start by finding my tax. So to find my tax, I'm finding a part because tax is a portion of what you have to pay. My whole is my original amount, which is $15. And my sales tax rate is 6%, but I have to write it as a decimal. So as a decimal, that would be 0.06 because you divide by 100 to get the decimal. So now I'm going to substitute into my percent equation. So part equals whole times percent. My part is unknown. My whole is 15. My percent is 0.06. I multiply it together to get 90 cents. Now I'm going to find my tip. So if I go back and I reread, it says that she's planning on leaving a 20% tip. So my percentage is 20. As a decimal would be 0.20. Your whole is the original amount, which is $15, because again, you pay tax and tip on the same amount. And then I'm trying to find my tip, which means my part is unknown. So now I'm going to substitute into my percent equation. Part equals whole times percent. My part is unknown. My whole is 15. My percent is 0.20. I multiply 15 with 0.20 to get $3. So my tax is 90 cents. My tip is $3. So to get the total amount she's going to pay, I take my bill, which is $15, my tip, which is $3, my tax, which is $90, and I add it all together to get a total amount of $18.90. All right, question number 3. Shauna makes bracelets and sells them online. It costs her $3.75 to make each bracelet. She decides to sell them at a 65% markup. How much does Shauna mark up each bracelet? So remember, markup is just how much they're going to increase the price by, and it just represents a part of the original price. So if I'm trying to find the amount of markup, I'm trying to find my part. My whole would be the store price or the wholesale price, which is $3.75. And my percent as a decimal would be 0.65. So now I'm going to substitute into my percent equation. Part equals whole times percent. So my part is unknown. I'm trying to find my amount of markup. Equals My whole is 375. My percent is 0.65. I multiply those together to get my amount of markup, which comes out to be 2.4375. But remember, this is money. Money always has to be rounded to the nearest cent, and cents goes to the hundredths place. So I'm going to round my hundredths place. The thousandths place is a 7, which tells me to bump my 3 up to a 4. So I would get $2.44. And that's my amount of markup. That's how much they would increase the price by. All right, question number 4. Claire deposited $500 into a savings account that earns 2.5% simple interest. If she keeps this amount in the account for 3 years, how much interest will she earn? I know a few of you had sent me messages saying, do I need to use I equals PRT? You only need to use it on the questions that talk about interest, like question number 4. Everything else is your normal part equals whole times percent. So we're using I equals PRT. Remember, I stands for interest. Principal is P, which is the amount that you're starting with or you're depositing. R is your percentage rate, and T is the amount of time in years. So she deposited $500, so that's your principal. She is going to earn a 2.5% annual simple interest rate. Because that's the percent, that goes in for your rate. So I divide it by 100 to get the decimal, which is 0.025. And the amount of time is 3 years. And remember, it always has to be in terms of years. So if I give you months, you would have to make sure to divide it by 12. And I'm trying to find out how much interest, so that's my X. So I'm going to write out I equals PRT. Interest is unknown, so I put an X. Bring down my equal sign. Principal is 500. Rate is 0.025. Time is 3. And it gets multiplied together to find the amount of interest. And when I multiply it together, I get $37.50. All right, so question number 5. Dean earns $11.25 per hour plus 4% commission on computer sales. If he worked for 35 hours and sells a computer for $2,000, how much will he earn? So we have 2 things going on here. He gets paid hourly wages and he receives commission. His wages is based on how much he gets paid per hour and the amount of hours he works. So we have $11.25 per hour and 35 hours. So to find out how much he gets paid just for working, we multiply that together. So 35 times $11.25 would be $393.75. Now we need to find the amount of commission. So commission is paid on sales only. So going back and rereading, he gets a 4% commission and the sale on the computer is $2,000. So because it's a percentage of the sale, we're using our percent equation, part equals whole times percent. So your part is unknown because that would be the amount of commission, which is what you're trying to find. Your whole is the sale, which is $2,000. And your percent as a decimal is 0.04. Remember, the decimal gets moved over 2 places to the right because it's getting divided by 100. So now I'm going to apply it to my percent equation. Part equals whole times percent. So my part is X equals whole is 2,000. Percent as a decimal is 0.04. You multiply it together to get $80. So now to figure out how much he earns for the week, he receives his wages, which is $392.75. He receives commission of $80. We add it together, $393.75 plus $80 to get $473.75. So that would be the total amount he would earn for working that week. All right, question number 6. Amy bought a necklace from Charming Charlie's that had an original price of $49.50. The store is offering 30% off all jewelry this week. So part A, what is the sale price of the necklace? Well, to find the sale price, first we have to find out, well, how much is she going to save. What is her discount? So to find out how much she's going to save, we have to apply our percent equation. Your part is unknown because you're trying to figure out how much money is she saving. Your whole is the original price of the necklace, which is $49.50, and your percent as a decimal would be 0.30. So now we apply it to our percent equation. X equals $49.50 times 0.30. Multiply that together to get $14.85, but that's your amount of discount. To get the sale price, you have to take the original price, which is $49.50, and subtract the discount of $14.85 to get that the sale price is $34.65. So part B, a 7.5% sales tax will be applied to the discounted price. Find the total cost of the necklace, including tax. So the tax is paid on the discounted price, meaning the sale price. So you have to find tax on the sale price. So to find the tax, we apply our percent equation, part equals whole times percent. Our part is X because we're trying to find the amount of tax. Your whole is the sale price, which is $34.65. And your percent of sales tax as a decimal is 0.075. So to find the amount of tax, we have to multiply our whole and our percent. So 34.65 times 0.075 would give us 2.59875. But because it's money, it gets rounded to the nearest hundredth place. So that would be $2.60. So that is your tax. So to get our total cost, I take my sale price, which is $34.65, and I add on the tax because tax is extra. And that would give me a total cost of $37.25. And last question, number 7. Mrs. Payne has $20,000 to invest. She wants to earn $10,000 in interest. She is considering a savings and loans bank that is offering 5% interest per year. For how long will she have to leave her money in the bank in order to reach her goal of $10,000? So she wants to gain $10,000. So that's the amount of interest she wants to get. It says here $10,000 in interest. Her principal is $20,000 because that's the amount that she's initially investing. Her percentage rate is 5%, so that's 0.05 as a decimal. And we're trying to figure out X, which is the amount of time in years. So I'm going to be using I equals PRT because it's talking about interest. So my interest is $10,000 equals principal is $20,000, rate is 0.05, and time is X because I don't know what it is. So first thing I have to do is multiply together 20,000 with 0.05, which will give me 1,000X equals 10,000. So now I have 1,000X. Since X is being multiplied by 1,000, I have to do the inverse and divide both sides by 1,000 to get X is equal to 10. So the amount of time would be 10 years. So this is everything that you need to know for your test. I would make sure that you make corrections to your review sheet so it is helpful to you when you are working on your test. So the test will be due by Friday. So that leaves you today, which is Wednesday, Thursday, and then get it handed in to me by Friday. All right, have a great day.